So here we are, Baruch. We're back in the shir on Parshas Nasso. We're listening to the words of the Raya Mehemna Moshe Rabbeinu, who has come and I think what you're trying to say is congealed himself from his pure spiritual being sufficiently to be able to present himself in this yeshiva, which is on a very high level as well. So let's go see, and we're reading down below because we're in the interest of the best understanding we could get. He says, "Amasha kasa v'olad l'shiro v'shiro yimi." This is a pasuk. In the nighttime, you will sing with me. What's this nighttime singing? The gevura. Zed ne'emer al gevura the zer anpin the atzilus. Now, just as zer anpin has a right arm, which is the arm of chesed in atzilus, but he also has, so to speak, a left arm, which is the arm of gevura the atzilus. Eshemimenu hu shorish shira. So there is the root of the word shira, which means song. Behind the Bekor Shoro Hadarlo, which is the firstborn of his ox, which is the number, once again, the word Shira and Shoro related. Hadarlo is a glory to him. Ki Shor Hu Begavur, because the whole idea of an ox, and if you know a little bit of astrology, the second house in astrology is the ox or the shore. The first house is Aries, which Aries represents Chesed, and the Aries sun is always trying to do something for others. And the ox is the next one. It's gevura. It's the concept of, well, keeping everything to yourself. So the ember al gevura the zer ampin atzilus shemimenu hu shorish shiro, that from this ox we understand the root of the concept of song. Behind the bekor shora hadolo, that is the firstborn of his what? Now we're talking of his song. The song becomes his great glory. He shor hu gevura. Umila's shore he lashon shir, but it's also the idea of singing. Then the Emerson, in regard to this, it says the B'nai shore mahasmol, the face of the ox, and when we look at the chariot in the vision of Yecheskel, we saw that the face was on the left side, and now so we understand that that Gevura goes with the left side. The Gavriel Shaluche. So he says the shore is on the left side of the chariot, and Gavriel is the emissary of that shore. Malach Gavriel, who shaluchu shal the Gevura the Zer Anpin, which is the Gevura of Zer Anpin of Atzilus. The all of the Emma Belayla Shirley makes. So in regards to this, at night time it says, "Sing along with me." What does that mean? The chum is short of shor mechatzos alayla ve'eloch, because the song, the real song. I mean, is it possible that the Levium were up late? I mean, I should really try to understand how this goes, but he says like this: you want to know where the real song comes from? And then let's think back to Rabbi Nachman, that we've been learning this Breslov piece, and it's a very similar idea. And I see in many places that while I'm learning different things, sometimes they come together. You're learning basically different sides of the same apple. So he said, so let's read it back. So from midnight onwards, the song of Torah comes out. Together with the Shekhinah, who is called night. Right? Because the Shekhinah has nothing of her own. There's no light in the Shekhinah by herself. She needs, as we may have seen over in the Rebbe Nachman shares, is that she needs to be fed through Netzach and Hod, which brings out song. So this is actually all of this tremendous light that is brought down to the Shekhinah during the nighttime. It's actually the preparation for the chesed that's going to come during the daytime. Because through the shir that we sing at nighttime, Hashkina, the Kabbalah, the Tefillas of Yom, the Shekhinah then is able to receive the prayers of the daytime. Now you see this over and over and over again amongst the Kabbalists, the concept of what happens after midnight. We live in a world where it's much more difficult to get involved in the nighttime because we have lights every place. We're always up with a different schedules than people had in the world of Rebbe Shimon. Also, even of the world of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, where we talk about, see this all the time also. But nonetheless, he's saying that, so let's say that it's early morning, and even if it's only a moment, and like I've seen Rabbi Yaakov Hillel say that even if you could wake up in the night, like if you're older like me, you have to go to the bathroom a lot. So you have to sometimes you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. He says, say Birkas HaShachar. That's a tremendous help. So anyway, these are things that are batted around and we're still going. Former Oki, Achad Sos Alive, but Sarah Lashura Lanagin Behed Becham Raisa. So he says that you have to make this song Behed. Behed is a cherished love. Bechamra, with, I don't think he means with the wine of the Torah. Sark Lashura Lanagin Besimcha, so he says Behed is Simcha, joy. Beyenu Shal Torah, with the wine of Torah. Lias Aska Lishlocho the Karbana Kamev Malka Behed. Lias Asek Lishloch Biyom. The idea is to be involved in the Torah. Lishloch Biyom as a carbon shal tomen shal shacher. Lifnei Hamelech Baruch Hu B'Simcha, so that everything that is offered, and this is what the value of music is, that it brings joy. Kilima the Torah Hainach Ashir, that learning of the Torah itself, learning the Torah, if you're Zohar to do this, that's the song. That's a song that Rabbi Nachman is talking about. That's a song that the Zohar is talking about. But Ashir Ma'akev as a carbon can you do, and the shear will hold back the carbon. In other words, if there's no song, you can't have a shear. Nonetheless, Lechem B'Shus Lehis Aska B'Raisa. So it's interesting. He says, normally we say list like Rashu, which means permission, but here he says, a person not able to learn Torah. Yikayim Oz Yikayim Masha Kosov, then that person should be able to fulfill what's written like this. Kumi Roni B'Laila, get up, sing, enjoy at nighttime. The Rosh Hashmuros at the beginning of the watches of the night watch. He said, "V'yema," and say like this, "V'yamar b'ashmuras kamas lichu v'tachtoni b'v'kasha," because let's say that you're not a Talmud Chacham, and you really can't learn the Talmud probably too well. But you know what you can do? You could pray. He says, let's go back and says, "Kumi Roni." He said, a person should start singing and dancing. What does that mean? B'layla? It means sing. The Rosh Hashmuros should go up to the head of the night watch. The Yemer, and he said, like the Ashmorish Kamas Salichos. So what do you do at this time? You say Slichos. You say Tachnonim. You pray the Shem. You beg him. B'vakashos, and begging him. B'kol mini rina b'grona. Any kind of song that you can get out of your throat. Hanashi Yispala b'grona b'kol noim. So that a person should pray with his throat. B'kol noim, with a beautiful, beautiful voice. He called Echad Sarad La'asa Ba'avodas Hashem Yisbarakati Masha Yochel, because everybody has to serve Hashem according to the way that he or she is able to. Now, he said this a lot of different ways. There is always a way to want to attach yourself to God. The greatest ways and the easiest way for people is to pray. Spend time praying. So, but on the other hand, if you have the ability to learn Torah, that's tremendous also. And that voice is the purest one. But everything is according to everything, let's say, is equivalent in this sense. But if you're capable, you do whatever is the utmost that you're capable of doing. Biku kino. Kiragoran, the word goran, which means throat. Hu ka'ayin kinor, it's like a harp. Kolomar ka'ayin hakinor, shal David shehoyim menaga me'olom b'chatzis. That it was like the harp of David, or King David, who was able to sing and bring out music by itself, through the wind, the north wind that came in. The David Hoya come Ozla Asad Torah, and then King David would get up then to learn Torah. The Gam Sodo Ki Milas Kinor, but there's a secret over here. And that is that the word Kinor itself, which means harp, he Osius Ko, which is the gematria of Yud Ke Vav Ke, the Heinach of Havaya, and Havaya is another name for Zeranpin. So now you have in Kinor, you have the word Kofvov, and you have, which is Ko, 26, and you also have the word Ner. Ner is candle, Malchus Shem Adni. And who's the candle? He says candle is the name Adni. Behind the Shem Yilmod, a person should learn, the Ispalo, and pray the Yachid Shnei Shemos Elu in order to bring these two names together. That is Havaya and Adni. That is the name of the Yichud that we make every day. Now, if you have the Mapak Midrash Siddur, which is also comes in Ashkenaz, you'll see that he writes the name Yud Kei Vav Kei with the name Adni on the inside of the last letter A. So understand that this is actually the concept, the kavana of a yichud between the two worlds, the world of Zer Anpin and the world of Malchus, which is the basis for all the bracha that we have. And that's another word for the Zer Anpin and Malchus. So what are you trying to do? To bring out the voice. Where do you bring them out from? From the six, he says, six lobes of the lungs. Im havarda, in varda. Now, varda in regular Hebrew means a rose, but he doesn't say that. The Hotzibo kol b'sheish kanfei araya, to bring the voice out. The voice comes originally, the inspiration or what would you say, the the catalyst for the voice has to start in the lungs. Kanfe Raya in a Varda, so that his the Raya with also this Varda. Now, what's a Varda? Yesh Raya Chmesh Onos. So it has five lobes. There are five sections, I guess, to the lungs. I don't have a picture of it right now, so let me go on. Va'od Osa Achas Katana, but then there's also another one, which makes it six, a Nikras Varda. So now you have the concept of the air being generated out of the lungs, being pushed through these six places. Now there's six, and each one of us is important. B'shis Azka Dekana, and it goes from there into the six rings of the windpipe. B'shesh Atabal Shalakana, which has six rings. Ki Hakol Yotze Mahareya, because here's how it goes. The voice starts out going out from the lungs, Derek Akana, through the windpipe, Sheyesh Bo Shesh Devos, which has six rings. So now you have the concept of the six strings. The Vav Zohu Keneged Oz Vav, the Shem Bavaya. So this corresponds to the Vav in the name of Vaya. Shehu Sod Havok Zer Anpin, Shemisham Motza Kol. That's the place that come all the voice. So the Vav is Zer Anpin. The Vav, this six is the letter Vav as well. Vav refers to Zer Anpin. The Shem Bavaya Shehu Sod Havok Zer Anpin, Shemisham Motza Kol. Now in the shir that we're doing in the morning on the Sifra the Tzniuta, which is also a Zohar, is that there's a big emphasis on the concept in the piece that we're learning right now of three letters, Yud, K, and Vav. Now, I've heard it pronounced Yaakov, and that's the way I pronounce it. So that's actually a name in a certain sense. And that Yaakov always has Yud and K. Yud means Abba or Chochmah. K means Bina. And the Vav always refers to Zer Anpin, and he uses different kinds of words to describe that Vav. But that Vav ultimately will generate into Zer Anpin, will actually generate a Zer Anpin. At any rate, that's a shir for today. This is Baruch Fleischman. I'm at the Tikkun Elevator call-out. If you have any comments or anything, we really do appreciate it if you let me know that you're out there.